Good night, guys. This is day 201, Taha 99 to 114. This is how we relate to you, O Prophet, some of the stories of the past, and we have certainly granted you a reminder from us. Whoever turns away from it will surely bear the burden of sin on the day of judgment, suffering its consequences forever. What an evil burden they will carry on Judgment Day. Aware of the day the trumpet will be blown, and we will gather the wicked on that day, blue-faced from horror and thirst. They will whisper among themselves, "You stayed more than 10 days on earth." We know best what they will say. The most reasonable of them will say, "You stayed no more than a day." And if they ask you, O Prophet, about the mountains, then say, "My Lord will wipe them out completely, leaving the earth level and bare, but neither depressions nor elevations will be seen." On that day all will follow the color for assembly, and none will dare to deviate. All voices will be hushed. Before the most compassionate, only whispers will be heard. On that day no intercessions will be of any benefit, except by those granted permissions by the most compassionate, and whose words are agreeable to him. He fully knows what is heard of them and what is behind them, but they cannot encompass him in their knowledge, and all faces will be humbled before the ever-living, all sustaining, and those burdened with wrongdoing will be in loss. But whoever does good and is a believer will have no fear of being wronged or denied their reward. And so we have sent down an Arabic Quran and write the warnings in it, so perhaps they will shun evil, or it will cause them to be mindful. Exalted is Allah, the true King. Do not rush to recite the revelation of the Quran, O Prophet, before it's properly conveyed to you, and pray, "My Lord, increase me in knowledge." Okay, as you know, if you're following, since the start of this surah, uh, we were going through the story of Moses and the children of Israel, how Moses became prophet, how he went to Pharaoh and what happened there. We learned all that, and we came all the way where Prophet uh, Moses went to the mountain to get the revelation from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. And while he was away, despite the fact that Harun, his brother, warned their people many times, they start worshipping the idol of golden calf. And we went all the way to that point, although all these children of Israel were just being through all these blessings and miracles of passing through the sea and the upcoming Pharaoh, following Pharaoh, and his army got drowned in that water, in that sea. they saw all these miracles, and despite all that stuff, they still just next day they started worshipping idols again. And here we learned that Allah is just reminding us all these stories so that maybe we can learn lessons. And be careful not to do the same mistakes. And Quran is just reminding us that judgment day is no one can escape from that day, and people will be just whispering to each other on that day, saying that we stayed not more than 10 days on earth, very short period of time. Even some of them will say just we stayed a day. So the worldly life is too short, that's for sure. If you ask anybody, everybody will be saying the same thing. And being God conscious and being a true believer and doing good deeds at the right time, at the right amount, and fearing of being wronged, and being careful about what he is doing during his worldly life. All these will be benefiting to human beings on that day, and they will be happy and they will have no fear of being wronged or denied their reward. So all these stories are just telling us that be a God conscious person. Be careful throughout your worldly life. Be a true believer of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Worship alone, only to Him. And also be aware that the judgment day is here. No one can escape it, and everybody will be judged on that day according to what they did during their worldly life. So I guess it's up to human being to get lessons from all these stories, or just say these are the stories of past nations. This is how they say. These are all stories. But Quran says that these are not just stories. These are stories for you to get lesson and not do the same mistakes.